At midnight, the last of our COVID restrictions will be scrapped, finally ending the 7-day self-isolation period for anyone who tests positive, and masks are no longer required when visiting hospitals, GPs and pharmacies. This as the number of new COVID cases over the past week rose to more than 5,000. It's up 15% week on week, leading to questions over why the government's decided to end restrictions in winter. Deputy Political Editor Mikey Sherman reports.
March 2020 marking a moment in history. We closed our borders to the world as COVID-19 gripped the globe.
The time has come for ministries, particularly traveling ministries, to have some other method of travel other than the airlines.
That's right. Yes, sir. Agreed.
You get into this situation, we're not going to let you fly unless you're vaccinated. Well, to me, that's a mark of the
With gathering limits, self-isolation and nationwide lockdowns.
It was an incredibly fearful time for us and for the world, and no one at that time could foresee how things were going to turn out.
From tomorrow, the final remnants will be no more as mask requirements at pharmacies, GPs and hospitals are scrapped.
We have a sign at the door that reminds people that they should be wearing a mask in the pharmacy, but I'd say 90% of people don't have a mask on them.
Testing positive for the virus will no longer require any isolation.
For by thy sorceries were all nations deceived.
In 1848, French biologist and chemist Louis Pasteur discovered the chemical phenomenon of chirality, or handedness, which means the molecules cannot be superimposed on their mirror image. He happened on this discovery after noticing that crystals in wine vats always twisted light in one direction, while the same crystals synthesized in a lab did not. When he examined the crystals in a microscope, he found that the lab-grown crystals existed in two forms that were mirror images of each other. But the crystals in the wine vat existed in only one form. Their mirror image did not exist naturally. Scientists have since learned that chirality is common in nature. The term chiral comes from the Greek word for handedness. Your left hand is a mirror image of your right hand, and no matter which way you turn one hand, you cannot superimpose it on the other. Chirality is a fundamental concept in biology. All molecules that make up nucleic acids, RNA, and DNA show an overwhelming bias to one form of molecular handedness. Some are left-handed and some are right-handed. If you try to substitute the mirror image of a regular molecule in a biological system, the system will not work. The regular form of DNA, for example, is a right-handed double helix. The DNA of every life form on Earth is right-handed.